Hey, real quick, I'm going to explain how to get the adjusted weights for this blue part of our packet today. So at the bottom of it, you can see that I have the actual class policy listed for our class. The problem is I've got hypothetical student E that hopefully you can see in your own packet. And hypothetical student E in this class has not done any homework quizzes or the semester final because it's the beginning of the class here, or the beginning of the year. So I've got this water glass drawn on my whiteboard here. I want to kind of give a visual as to how this works. If student E, let's call him Ed, gets a perfect on all of the homeworks, that would be 30% of the grade that has a perfect score. So if the grade is kind of a water glass here, I can add in 30% of that, which is roughly a third. So I can fill it into here, right? All right, fill it in. That's 30% of his grade. Now let's say student E gets a perfect on the test. The maximum grade, if you get a perfect, that you can add to your overall total grade here, if the top is 100%, is 45. So if I add in 45, that's, maybe roughly here or so. But because we have not done any quizzes and we've not done any finals, I can't fill in that last bit of the top of the graph. So that means overall the maximum grade you can be getting in this class right now is a 75%. I just added those together and I get 75%. And clearly we've got a problem with that. Because there are people sitting in this room right now who have A's in this class. So how is it they can get an A if the maximum percentage you can earn right now is a 75%? Well, the trick is 75 becomes the new 100. So the way that I wrote that over here is I said, okay, 100 is now 75. 75 is the new 100%. So what we're going to do is find out what percent of 75 30 is. I know it was kind of confusing sounding. Basically, here's what we're going to do. In my calculator, I'm going to do 30 divided by 75. 30 is 40. Move that decimal point over 2 places. 40% of 75. I'm going to write that right here. Since there's no homework quizzes that have been taken so far, I won't be doing anything there. 45 divided by 75 is going to be 60%. And with no final there, that now adds up to where you can have 100% in the class. So when I go to actually find out what student E's grade is, if you did not use the adjusted weights up here, you would have gotten the 54%, which doesn't really make sense because when you look at what his grades are, he has a 86% on assignments and a 63%, I wrote that in the wrong line, 63% here on the test. So it doesn't make sense that the overall grade goes way down to an F. That's because he's got a 54% out of 100. When 75 is the new 100, I adjusted that to now be the 0.4 and the 0.6, and now look what grade we have, a 73%, which makes a lot more sense when I'm looking at these two grades here. So in your packet, you'll want to go ahead and show your work, find out what student E's overall grade is. That's on the next page here. And then what we did was we found out if they did the missing Delta Math assignment, if they correct the test, and then we answered the bottom 2 questions as well. So all of page 16, and that's it for day 1.